right, well, we have got a couple of guests to introduce you to. First of all across the Midwest, vets are warning pet owners about the dog flu, and it's a virus that's highly contagious. So joining us is the founder of Pet Therapy, Annette Uda, and this is, what's her name, Emmy?
Emmy.
Emmy. Hi, Emmy. Aren't you just as cute as could be? Look at Emmy's beautiful. I just looked at her face. Hi, puppy. Boy, she looks like she just had her hair done too, didn't she?
Well, we had it brushed.
Yes, she's awfully cute. Okay, so we are talking about this dog flu situation, and I know you're not a veterinarian, but
Right.
Do we understand what's causing these cases of dog flu in the Midwest and how it's being spread so rapidly?
Yeah, well, there's several ways that the flu can be spread, but the primary means of dissemination of all respiratory infection is spread through the air.
Okay, and in the cases that we've seen, is it dogs that are in kennels or in close quarters together? That's how they're getting sick, I would assume?
Well, the one thing that's important to know is that when you are in a facility that's in closed air, you're all breathing the same air, whether it's clean or dirty. And so if there's an infection going through, it's very easy to be able to get the flu virus spread. If I can explain, there's two types of airborne transmission. There's the droplet transmission. That's the larger particles that are about 10 microns in size. Those are the particles that drop between 3 and 6 feet to the ground or to the surfaces.
Okay.
And that's where everybody's great at scrubbing and cleaning surfaces. However, the droplet nuclei, which is another route of airborne transmission, is actually tiny infected particles of the droplets that actually are transmitted that are 5 microns or less, but they're highly infectious because these pathogens are so small that they can actually travel on dust particles and dander.
Okay.
So if you've ever looked through the window and you see like your dust particles in the house.
A few. I've seen a few dust particles in my house, yes.
Right. So what happens is that these are actually 5 microns and less, which means that they can attach to these dust particles and float throughout facilities. And if you can imagine, one cough or sneeze can actually expel thousands of particles, infections from a dog. And so with canine influenza, it's actually so tiny that it's only 1 micron, so it's like a wildfire.
And that's what makes it spread. So when we talk about symptoms of canine influenza, coughing, sneezing, it's kind of similar to humans, actually. Variable fever, clear nasal discharge, difficulty breathing, loss of appetite. But it can be diagnosed in severe cases. A dog could die, but usually they can treat this canine influenza, right?
Yes, I mean, it's like the flu viruses within the humans, and so if the animal's health is compromised, or if their immune system is not, very well, then it can harm them. It's just not something that any pet parent wants to see, nor does any pet care provider want to have happen in their facility. But definitely you want to go to your veterinarian immediately if you just start seeing any kind of signs of this.
Okay, and your business, this Pet Therapy, you actually, what do you do, Annette? You clear the air at people's homes or where?
Well, homes and actually businesses. We, Pet Therapy mitigates our airborne disease transmission that can spread throughout animal care facilities. And so what we do is we help facilities.
How do you do that?
Well, actually we utilize a proprietary method of ultraviolet germicidal irradiation.
Oh.
Yeah, so
that sounds impressive.
Well, what we have is the ability to know exactly how much germicidal effect or energy is needed to be able to disinfect these pathogens.
So using UV light, you're able to kill the germs.
Correct.
If I could simplify.
Simplify,
okay.
yes.
Okay, very good. All right, well, thank you for coming in,
thank you
Emmy.
for having us.
You were good. You were terrific. Beautiful.